Hi, I'm Obi from Obi Audio, but who is Obi from Obi Audio? Before we start, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who's followed me and just supported me in this entire journey. 500 subscribers is just absolutely insane. I never even thought that I would get like 100 at least, and here we are. 500 going strong, 400, 500 plus on Facebook, 100 plus on Instagram, and this is big. Seriously, guys, thank you so much. And it's all thanks to you. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for you guys, and I'm so thankful. Also, if you may notice, new setup, new angle, and yes, new camera. It looks so much better now, hopefully. I hope. Back to the question, who is Obi from Obi Audio? Well, first and foremost, I'm into tech. All kinds of tech. I used to be known as the tech guy, and technically I still am known as the tech guy with my friends, because anytime that they have a tech question or tech concerns or whatever, they'd go to me. It kind of all started there for my passion for like just tech in general. But the entire audio journey really all started in the Miniso days. Yes, Miniso, I know it is like a boutique shop for all and everything that is under the sun, basically. They have a slot there. They have a store or a shop or whatever there that has a bunch of earphones hanging on the side, and you can test them out. And you bet 10-15-year-old OB decided to check those out and tested all of the earphones and found out that the best sounding one was the 99 peso earphone one called the Fruit something. Yeah, it was one of the red one or different colored one, but it was the really cheap one that broke really easy, but it sounded pretty decent and I was pretty happy with it for a long time. But you see, I have a pretty bad habit, or at least I used to have a really bad habit of breaking earphones really quickly. Like seriously, almost every single month we would need to buy like a new pair of earphones because I would break them either because of me sleeping on the side or just me being extremely careless. And it's just like such a funny thing that all those years ago I was like super careless with my earphones, but I still had a bunch of earphones like laying all about broken or whatnot. It just seriously find it so funny. But the passion or the real desire to look for higher quality audio didn't really start until around December of 2021, when I, and most likely a lot of people, and this was during the pandemic as well, we were bored looking at YouTube and we see this specific certain green iPad in the thumbnail and we got curious about it. Yes, I'm talking about dank pods, and I'm sure many of you who got into this hobby also started with dank pods, because I did. And I was very much motivated to try out some of the headphones that he was recommending, particularly in the cheap end. And guess what one of his most popular videos are? It's the cheap headphone tier list, or the cheap headphone roundup, where he was testing out a bunch of cheap headphones. And you bet I got me a pair of Samsung SR850s. It's actually right here. Let me just take it out. It's these ones. These are modded and breaking apart. I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually breaking apart right now. And I modded it to MMCX because I am a fun person. Absolutely hate myself for doing things to make my life harder. But yeah, these are the exact pair that I bought in December 2021. Arrived January, I think. But I bought it and I started to delve deeper into the audio journey. And with the help of my friend Emerson, he kind of got me also into audio, particularly because of a tier list that was made by a fellow friend and a fellow reviewer of mine. I didn't expect that I would be his friend at all, but his name is Orify. Check him out on his Facebook. I'm going to put a link down in the description or somewhere here. And he had a tier list for earbuds. Yes, earbuds, as in like those little... I don't have a one right here right now. Actually, I do. It's this one. These earbuds, the one without a silicone. It's just like the foam things. And he suggested this 100 peso or 150 peso one called Difa El Iris Ancestor, which up to now, I'm gonna vouch for it. It is the best dang earbuds or budget earbuds you're ever going to find. Okay, I'm not joking there. But anyways, coming back into that, he got me into the deeper part of the audio journey, and essentially, ever since then, I started going deeper and deeper and deeper. So after getting the Fael Iris Ancestors, I decided that I was going to get me another pair of earphones, like a proper pair of earphones. And around during this time as well, I I got into Axie Infinity. Yes, crypto, whatever, the whole shtick thing. And, you know, it, in all fairness, it did get me some revenue. It got me some money somehow. So I'm still very thankful of that. Although it was definitely very much short-lived, because after that first payment, I was just gone. That's it. The prices never went up, but that's besides the point. So I decided to get me my first pair of proper in-ear monitors, like the ones you hook up in your ear, and that was the KZ EDX Pro. Yes, during the time, it was the whole V-shaped KZ era. And I liked the KZ EDX Pro. I saw a lot of reviews on it Facebook. And around this time as well, I was getting more into the communities and joining more places and just, you know, engaging with more people. And, you know, I decided, hey, guess what? I'll go take my chance. I'll go get it. And there was like a really big sale, because normally EDX Pro is like $15 or something. And I got it for like around less than 10, like $6-7, which was a bargain. I got my first experience of having a proper IEM, and at the same time I also got my first dongle, which was the Venture Electronic Odyssey HD, which was definitely not the best pairing. It created a lot of noise with the EDX Pro, but it was the start, and I was pretty happy with it. I really enjoyed the sound of the EDX Pro. It really blew my mind of how good audio products can be. I mean, I had the SR850. That's the thing, right? I started with the SR850, which sure, objectively may not be the best at all or even good, but it also kind of like opened my eyes to what good audio can be. And same thing with the EDX Pro, even though it is V-shaped and very bright, it also kind of shaped my tastes and shaped my ideas and what audio could be. It's kind of like a little lead up to, if you notice the patterns on the SR850 and then the EDX Pro, it leads up to around October, which was the peak of the Axie craze, whatever. Got a lot of money, and I cashed out, and I decided, why not? Let's invest in a more expensive pair of inner monitors. I was getting really deep at this point. I was doing research, I was watching reviews, and I came across an earphone called the HZ Sound Heart Mirror. And yes, if you guys know, or if you don't know, this is my favorite IEM of all time. Yes, all time. It is very sentimental to me, and it's just genuinely an IEM that's dear to my heart, and I love it. I love that IEM so much. And upon getting it, my mind was blown. Absolutely blown. It sounded so good, sounded so clean and crisp, and it was like I was hearing things for the first time, and that's what we're looking for in this hobby, like hearing those things we never heard before. And it's just a wonderful, absolutely insane experience, and I loved it so much, and I cherished the heart mirror, which, fun fact, I still actually do have the original heart mirror here somewhere. I have a really funny story with the heart mirror, because basically I sold this. I sold this very pair a few months, or sorry, not a few months, but like a month after I got it, because it initially this had like an imbalance, like a pretty bad imbalance. Turns out it was just like the diaphragm was like bent or something, and it was causing an imbalance. So I decided to buy another pair of heart mirrors. And that's when I found out that you could just suck out the diaphragm and it's gonna fix itself. And guess what? It did. But guess what? Now I have 2 heart mirrors, and I don't want excess. So I picked the newer one, the fancier one, whatever, and I sold this for the final E2000. You know, pretty okay, right? A pretty decent deal. Cause I also got Monk coffee, I think, with that pair. So I sold it. And I didn't really think about it. And I guess to spoil a little bit, they announced that the heart mirror was going to get discontinued. So I was like, oh no, I want to stock up on heart mirrors as much as I can, because I don't want to lose all of my stocks of heart mirrors. So I went to the marketplace. I saw there was a very cheap HC Sound heart mirror up for sale. Wow, I was like, oh my gosh, really? That cheap? Okay, I'm gonna go for it. And then I got it. And I thought something was a little bit familiar. A few months later, I brought this into a meet with a friend of mine, with a friend who I sold this to. Initially, we weren't that close, but now we're kind of close. And I showed him, hey, look, it's my heart mirror. I'm so happy with it, blah, 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 blah. And he said, where did you get the heart mirror? I was like, I got it from this dude. That dude? That's where I sold the heart mirror. I was like, so you're telling me this is my original heart mirror? And it was just a crazy, crazy moment. Basically, my heart mirror went full circle, selling it, going to some place, and coming back to me. There's extra sentiment to this heart mirror. As you can see, it has a Bluetooth module in it. Yes, this is the KBR BD5. I'm gonna review it very soon. But anyways, we went a whole tangent. I decided to get my first IM, the HZ Sound heart mirror, and it was a wonderful experience. And I decided I don't want to waste my just listening to music, just being a consumer. Let's make some content. So I decided around December of 2021 that I would create a review for the HC Sound heart mirror. And I posted it on Headfi, I posted it on Facebook. I posted it basically wherever I could. And I also started joining more communities here, particularly Discord groups, Facebook groups, and a specific Discord group that I joined was called SBPH, or Sound Bites Philippines. And here I met a bunch of awesome people, particularly this dude named Caption Variable. Peace out. Fuck, you're great. And he basically introduced me to DIY buds. Yes, DIY buds. Making DIY earbuds. He introduced this to me. The nice thing is we lived kind of close to each other, so we could go on a meet anytime we wanted. And we did that a lot. He made me try all of his new earbuds. And then eventually I started making my own earbuds. And it was a very fun experience, very fun, wild ride. And I would never trade any moment for it. I want to make more DIY earbuds again, but I just don't have the time and the money to do that. So, one day. But anyways, I met another guy, VL Audio, and he's a wonderful dude. He sells DIY earbuds, but before he did, he started, he was a pretty active member, and he started asking, people, hey, do you guys want to try my prototype? And me, who has been supporting him since the start, I said, sure, why not? Let's try your prototype. And so I got his prototype. He made 2 prototypes. I don't know if I can say the first one, but he made an earbud called the Gem Buds, and I got 2 of them. And I started sharing my thoughts on them, right? I started writing reviews. I started creating content. This is where it all starts, like earbuds. It's so funny. And I decided to post all of my impressions about it. I wanted to give VL some critiques and constructive criticisms as well, just to tell him, hey, this is what I like about your earbuds, this is what I don't like about your earbuds, the whole shtick. And another friend, or another person, a rather famous DIYer in the Philippines called Shaitan Audios, decided to, hey, send me some earbuds for me to review. He sent me the Lilith, I think 2.0. He sent me the Mr. Stark 2.0, and he sent me a Mini Garuda. And just like with VL, I also shared my impressions and posted it on the server, and just everywhere that I could. I started to get a feel for writing. I started to get a feel for, okay, I do enjoy writing reviews and stuff like that, but I don't really have like a source of like getting a lot of units. I wasn't really rich to buy all of the expensive stuff, and I really didn't have the funds to like continuously create content. That was until July of 2022. A certain AG asked in the SPPH server if anyone was interested in taking part of a review tour. A review tour basically means there would be a 1 unit, and it would be passed around a bunch of people to review, and it basically gives everyone chances to review. And me, who has been looking for a sort of outlet, decided, hey, why not? Let's go for it. And me, as well as my current fellow reviewer, Sushi Audio Reviews, please check him out. Awesome dudes, super duper good content. I really hope he does videos soon. But anyways, we took part into that review tour, and the rest was history. That's when I started to do OB Audio. That's when I started to create, or not started to create, but that was when I created the page OB Audio, and that's when I started posting my reviews. And essentially, that basically allowed me to have the units to review, have the content to create, and basically pushed my career here to where it is now. And here I am, OB Audio. But it wasn't an easy journey. Obviously, it wasn't an easy journey, especially since I'm a student. I obviously need a lot of time, need a lot of effort, especially if I'm doing videos, especially during like the December time when I came out with the Warner video. It was really hectic and it was really stressful. But with the help of a lot of the people who I've met in the way, a lot of my friends, and obviously you guys who always put nice comments on my reviews and just always motivate me to push myself further, I pushed through. I just made content, push out as much as I could, do what I can to just create. And that's, I guess, kind of my whole motivation here. I wanted to create something. I wanted to be something. I wanted to make something out of my life, because before this I don't really have much to do, right? I just sat around, played video games. That's about it. I studied, and I don't really have something that I really wanted to do. And I had a little bit of ideas prior, like a months before. I wanted to create a podcast. I wanted to do all of this and all that, but I never really pushed through. And I wanted this to be different. I wanted this journey, this audio journey, to be something that I can commit to. Because honestly, I wanted to do something. I just seriously wanted to create something. I wanted to make content, and I have no regrets at all. I may have, spent a little bit more time here and there just trying to create content, and I could have, spent more time with friends, spent more time with family and stuff like that. But this is also just as important to me. Well, not as important, but this is also a very important thing to me. It is something I see myself doing as a full-time. And I don't intend to just stay in audio. I want to create content in general. But audio basically allowed me to step out of my comfort zone, to push myself beyond what I think I'm capable of. And I really appreciate it. And with me reaching this level of, like, I wouldn't say fame, but this level of commitment to creating reviews for audio products, I essentially just went for it, I pushed myself and I created. And as an advice for people starting out, reviewing, just not even reviewing, just making anything, just create. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter what equipment, what camera. I started off with like a cheap smartphone. I started out with all of the units that I just had. I had horrible angle, horrible whatever. But I started and I just created. And I wouldn't be where I am now if I didn't start. So just start. Make something. And, don't be scared to mess up. Because the only man who never makes a mistake is the man who never does anything. Theodore Roosevelt. Yeah, I got quotes, bro. I ruined it, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something a little about me, and yeah, because I've been wanting to make something like this for a long time, since I really wanted to tell my story and how I got started in this audio journey in the first place. And it's nice. I really appreciate all of the support, all of the followings, and everything. I appreciate all of you so much. And well, with that, OB Audio. Wait, I'm still trying to get rid of my outro. So, if you like the content, like and subscribe. Follow my socials. Check the Discord. Audio Notions. And with that, OB Audio out.